Picture this. The party has been hired to help clear out the utility works of an abandoned town so that the local duke can bring the territory back to greater economic prosperity. A series of clues has led the party to believe that the next key they need to get further into the dungeon lies in the gnome quarter, where the town's central water heating system is. After battling a few more monsters, the party finds the heater, a colossal brass structure with an observation post and glass partition at its top. It is there they realize what has been providing the hot water all this time. Trapped within the brass tank is an emaciated, captured fire giant. On the heater's control panel is a 3-position switch. In the current position, the water heater operates normally just as it has been doing for centuries, using the fire giant's power to sustain the luxury utilities. In another position, the hatch at the bottom of the tank will open, allowing the giant to escape. In the 3rd position, though, the tank will flood, killing the fire giant. Adding to the scenario, the giant reveals that he has the key that will allow the party to continue into the dungeon's depths. The fighter, a lawful man who has fulfilled many contracts, argues that they have an obligation to their employer to keep the town's facilities intact, and suggests that the wizard charm the giant into giving them the key. The wizard, a neutral elf who has seen many magic peoples disappear from the realm, disagrees and argues that they should bargain for the key in exchange for the giant's release. The cleric, a strongly good dwarf, argues that they should simply kill the giant with the flooding mechanism and take the key from its corpse, as fire giants are an enormous danger to any lands that surround them. The 3 look to the thief to either offer a 4th option or to cast the tie-breaking vote. What would you do? Now, I've actually run this scenario with 2 different groups of players. One of them came to the consensus to release the giant in a matter of minutes, and did just that. The other rolled initiative and actually took shots at each other in disagreement. The idea for this conflict came from my DM, Mike, and one of the other players in Germany who had recommended Critical Role to me. I gave the show a try and soldiered past a lot of the audio issues that plagued the early games. Something happened after the end of the 6th game that kept my interest for several more episodes. Game 6 ended with the introduction of the NPC paladin Lady Kima, who fell into immediate conflict with the illithid outcast Clarota that Vox Machina had allied with a few episodes earlier. Travis called for a vote after the game to see who was inclined to take one side or the other. His character Grog sided with Lady Kima along with Laura's Vexalia and Ashley's Pike, while Mauritius Keyleth, Orion's Tiberius, and Sam Scanlon chose to side with Clarota. Liam's Vexaladin and Taliesin's Percival Frederickstein von Musil-Kowalski de Role III abstained from voting. Matt later revealed during the campaign wrap-up that Clarota's betrayal was inevitable, but the players mentioned that they still had a lot of sympathy for an underdog type of character. He may have originally intended for the alliance with Clarota to be a necessary evil type of situation, rather than sympathetic. And who knows, a different group of characters may have just killed Clarota outright, while another may have missed the encounter with him entirely. Now, I haven't done an episode on George R. R. Martin yet because his volume of material is seemingly without end. But one of the things he's great at is creating character dilemmas by way of the conflict of virtues. Sympathy versus duty being one of the better ones. Oaths versus needs. Family versus fealty, and so on. Alignment and background are 2 of the tools outlined in the player's handbook for setting the baseline for character conflict. But a careful examination of monster descriptions and stats in the monster's manual can create ideas as well. That's where the fire giant water heater came from, after all. And as a final note though, inter-character conflicts can be a bit fatiguing to some players. It's not always fun to have to make a moral choice for an entire realm every single game. As the DM, I try not to purposely put one in the player's path more than once or twice an arc. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Hopefully once the quarantine shenanigans are over, I can go back to playing games with real people and have some more stories to share. Shout out to Dennis Masnev for letting me use his art for the Ice and Fire slideshow. Check out his Instagram if you want to see more of his recent Witcher-inspired artwork. See you all next video.